YouTube, what's going on? It's Dom, and I'm back for, I guess we might be able to call this another episode of the world's most thought-provoking talk show, but really this is just going over my experience with a 7-day fast, 7-day water fast. I do not have the original footage of it. I recorded it, saved it, and I guess last night I accidentally deleted it, making another video. Then I tried to recover the information, but it just didn't work out. So I'm gonna go over the details and the notes that I do have from the stuff I did record. To start, I started it and it went from Wednesday, March 30th. It went from Wednesday, March 30th at 8:30 p.m. to Wednesday, April 6th to 8:35 p.m. The first thing I wanna say is that that was a really bad idea. Starting a fast at night was a super horrible, terrible idea. I think that fast should be started in the morning and not at night, because you have to kind of go through the whole day. It'd be better if you just like wake up and then it's a new day. It's almost like a feeling of accomplishment, if that makes any sense. Next thing I'm gonna cover is that before this, I have done other fasts, right? I've done 3 and 4 day fasts, but my diet was not as clean as it was. So right now I'm a vegetarian, and 70 to 80% of my diet is fruit. The last time I ate meat was sometime in March, and that was just because I was in the field and I just want to see if I could actually do it. The biggest difference between this fast and all my other fasts, right? Well, my fasts that were longer than 2 days, because if it's not really longer than 2 days, it doesn't really count as like a fast. It's like a baby fast. The biggest thing I want to say is that my diet was clean. My diet is very clean, 80% fruit, and I'm pretty much a vegetarian. But when I was doing my first fast that was longer than 4 days, it was terrible. It was really hard. It was like I was feeling sick by like day 4, and that's usually when I break. When I feel sick, I just stop. But this one, I was very good. I could have went longer. But the biggest reason I stopped the fast was because I wanted to start working out, right? I wanted to start lifting weights. I had stopped lifting weights and I wanted to start lifting weights. The weight, I started off at 170 pounds, finished at 152 pounds. But as soon as, well, I'll talk about it at the end. So I lost 18 pounds in 7 days, and that's just a pure water fast, right? So I didn't eat anything. All I did was drink water for 7 days. Day 1, was nothing crazy, right? Anybody can go 24 hours without eating. Day 2 is when I actually started to feel hungry. Basically, when ghrelin was started to get really pushed out, the hormone was being pushed out into my body. On day 3, pretty much the hunger was going down gradually throughout the whole day, and by when day 3 actually hit at 8:30 at night, it was pretty much all gone. By day 4, I had very small hunger pains. Very small to mild hunger pains by the end of day 4. By day 5, I went out and walked a mile. Well, not a whole mile. It was about 1,200 to 1,600 meters, which is 1,600 meters is a mile, but it was at least 1,200 meters. So day 6, it was absolutely nothing wild. I was pretty much laying down all day. On day 7, I broke the water fast with watermelon. On day 8, I actually moved on to tofu and noodles and lots of fruit. Horrible idea, absolute terrible idea to eat noodles and tofu, because I definitely felt weird stuff going on in my stomach. Probably my liver secreting more insulin than it was used to, because I had such a high insulin resistance. And then again, I just wanted to really note that I had a very clean diet, and I could have went a lot longer than 7 days, right? A lot longer. Biggest differences that I saw was I have eye floaters. My eye floaters started to clear up. Skin issues started to clear up. I could think very well and very clear, and that's another reason why I wanted to do the fast, because it brought so much mental clarity on things and issues that I had going on at the time, that it was allowing me to process things and think outside of my current circumstances. So skin, eye floaters, mental clarity, you know, and they say like you can't really do much when you don't eat for a couple days, but on the 5th day, I was like walking a mile, and I could have walked a mile every day. And that's about it for the benefits. There could have been more, but I didn't do any blood tests or anything, like a lot of people do. Oh, another thing I want to mention is I did lose 18 pounds. And the biggest thing a lot of people will think of, like, did you put the weight back on? Right now, this morning I weighed in at 163 pounds. But then again, like, I don't eat much. Like, all of the food that I eat is like mostly water. I eat a lot of watermelon and cantaloupe and honeydew and berries and stuff like, I eat like a rabbit, right? I eat like a rabbit. And sea moss and raspberries. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I eat. So I mean, I'm trying to put on more weight. Like I go to Chipotle, not because it's my favorite restaurant, don't get me wrong, but I go to Chipotle to start putting the weight back on. And when I go to Chipotle, I get the same thing every single time. Brown rice, black beans, and sofritas, which is like peas turned into like protein and stuff. But then again, what is protein, right? Other than like a mix of amino acids that your liver breaks. Anyway, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can put it in the bottom in the comment section, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat. But then again, like I was saying, guys, it was a 7-day water fast. Sorry I don't have the original footage that I shot, and it was just 7-day water fast, and I broke it, and I didn't take any electrolytes. Another thing is I do not do that. Like, I think it's not a real fast if you're drinking, to me, a lot of people say you can drink black coffee, green tea, and you can take electrolytes. It's not a real fast. You don't get autophagy. You don't get autophagy if you take that stuff. Like, I don't care what anybody says, right? Like I don't really feel like you get autophagy, right? And I've done 2-day dry fast, which is where you don't eat or drink anything for 2 days. I like to, you know, push my body as far as it can go and see where my mental toughness is at. If anybody has any questions or anything, you guys can drop them in the bottom or hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat. All right, you guys, I think that sounds like thunder. Peace.